What's going on, gamers? Your boy iMaverick is back to shed a little bit more light on the Connected Careers, the new mode just announced by EA Sports. It's going to be in Madden 13. I know it's real confusing for a lot of you guys because they're saying they're taking the online franchise out, offline franchise out, superstar mode out, and they're putting it all into one, and there's been a ton of questions. So I'm doing my best to try and get in contact with people, get answers for you guys, and stay on top of all the new content that's released. So I got a few questions I'm going to answer, and then I got another clip that'll answer even more questions, and it's a video where they even walk you through setting up a new league for the Connected Careers. They start a league up as a coach. So a few questions I saw in the comment section that were kind of popular. If I didn't get your question, keep leaving them in these videos. If they're not getting answered, and I promise you they will eventually get answered. So first, the online versus offline. There's still an online franchise and there's still an offline franchise. Just like there's still an online superstar mode and an offline superstar mode. Well, superstar mode was never online, but now it is. And they didn't really take them all out. They just put them all in one mode. So if you want to do an online franchise, all you do is start a league, which is a Connected Career, and then you can set your parameters however you want. If you just want it so that everybody in the league controls the whole team, like in this year's online franchise, then you would mess with the settings and make sure that only people can join as a coach. Now, when you're a coach, that means you control everything of the team. You control offense, defense, you call plays, and you also, it's normal Madden. You control every single thing, all right? So if you want to do an offline franchise and you go into Connected Careers mode and you start a league that's, obviously offline, you'll see in the video you can pick online or offline, and you just play it as a coach. And you'll have weekly and yearly coaching goals, and you just run the franchise. It's the exact same, only with added features. Same with superstar mode. You can play online, you can play offline with that. Someone wanted to know, can I play in a Connected Careers with my friends? No, there's only one user per team. So if you're a quarterback and your friends are running back, you guys can't be on the same team. He would have to be on a completely different team, even though he's a different position. Someone also wants to know, let's say I am doing a superstar mode and I am an offensive player. Does that mean I just sit on defense and get my butt whooped? Well, kinda, sorta, but not really. You can control the defense to the point where you can pick plays and you could do hot routes. As far as the information they've released up until now, you're not allowed to. You won't be able to control the defense. And to me, that kind of feels like you still have a little bit of control. You just can't actually make plays as far as tackling, user picks, things like that. And the reason they do that is because they have to be fair. I mean, if you're playing another human opponent that is a coach, they just can't skip offense because you're only offense, with your superstar. So that's how they balance it out. You just can't control nobody on defense. You can just do the plays. Another question. Someone asked, what is Game Face and how do you use it? Okay, so basically Game Face is a service that you can use. You can go to easports.com/gameface, and you basically, you create your account and then you upload a picture, and with that picture they create basically your likeness for you to use in a lot of different EA Sports games. So it's not just Madden specific. You can download your face and you'll see it, for example, like in the game when they show, Michael Vick's face for like the pregame, all the little pregame introductions and stuff, you'll see your name. When you go to the rosters and everything, you'll see your name. So it's just a better way to put you in the game, and you can access that by going to easports.com/gameface. Custom playbooks as far as Connected Careers, no clue. They haven't told us, but we do know that there's supposed to be an added 7 playbooks besides the ones that's already in the game. So besides the 32 teams and the generic playbooks like the run heavy, pass balance, all that stuff, they're supposed to be adding 7 more. And that's all we've heard from it. We don't know the details on that just yet either. That's just something we've heard. And is there a salary? Last question was, is there a salary cap in the online franchise? Yes, that is a setting you can turn on or off. But I know that's some things people were complaining about. You can now have a salary cap in your online franchise, which all comes together as a Connected Career. And I'm gonna throw it to the video, guys. Some questions I didn't answer in this section because I know they're answered in the video. So check it out, and at the end, of course, let me know what you think.
Senior designer for Madden NFL 13. Josh, we're going to take a look at creating a coach in Connected Career mode.
Yeah, let's do it. It's an integral part of the mode. Big thing that people have been used to doing in offline franchise for years, so let's show it to them.
Yeah, one thing to kind of explain here is when we've said franchise mode, online and offline franchise mode is gone, that can be confusing to some people. We still have a mode that's very much like that. It's just called something different, and it has a lot more to it.
Yeah, if you're a coach in Connected Careers, it's basically the same exact experience. You run the whole team, you draft, you trade, you sign free agents, all that stuff. You control everybody on the field, offense, defense, special teams. It's the same exact experience you've been used to in offline franchise in the past.
And if you want to, you can limit all the criteria for your league. So if you want only guys being coaches, so it's just like an online franchise used to be, you can do that as well.
Yeah, if you're the commissioner of the league, you can choose to have a mix of coaches and players. You can have only coaches, only players. You can have only quarterbacks if you want. So trying to give you as much customization as we can with the league.
All right, Josh, we're shooting off screen here at E3, so it's kind of live footage, but what are we looking at here?
So this is the first screen you're going to see whenever you select start a new career from the main menu or continue your career or anything like that. You're going to have a couple of different options. You'll be able to start a brand new career, resume an online career that you've already begun at that point. You can resume an offline career, or you can go find an online league to join if you want.
Very cool. So what are we going to do?
So we're going to go through and go through the process of starting as a coach. So the first thing you're seeing is I can either choose with a brand new league to play online or offline. I'm going to choose offline here.
And you can actually choose to create your own head coach with photo game face and all that, or use an older one or a current one.
Yep, you definitely can. So the first step you're going to have is you're going to have a choice to be a player or a coach. I'm going to choose coach. Then you're going to have 4 options like you just talked about. You can actually download your game face, put it on a created coach, and it'll look like you in game. You can create a coach from scratch. You can go through and select an active coach or a NFL coaching legend. So I'll select active coach here. You have a list of every single coach that's in the NFL. I'm going to go with Rex Ryan. Then obviously this is the screen that a lot of people have been talking about, so all the different options in the league, what the commissioner can set, so you can have salary cap on or off, what the skill level is, the accelerated clock on or off, how much time is taken off of accelerated clock, game speed, how often your players progress. You can either do that weekly, end of season, every 4 weeks. You can actually turn on or off whether coaches get fired. So if you want that same old experience you had in offline franchise where you coached the Chiefs for 30 years, you can do that by selecting this. You got gameplay tuning, so this actually allows the participants in the league that are not commissioners to tune sliders to let gameplay be sort of how they want it to be. You can turn off injuries, pre-existing injuries, sim injuries, playbooks. You know, we've actually got the ability as the commissioner to determine, like we just talked about, whether you want to be only coaches, only players in the league, only quarterbacks, that kind of stuff. So we've got a ton of options in here. So once you do that, it's pretty easy. You click Start Your Career. Get a little information about Connected Careers on the web, and then you're going to go straight into the hub. So that'll allow you to kind of start your career and get going.
Very cool. And you're going to be with the Jets here then?
That's right, yeah. So you're choosing to be Rex Ryan. You're choosing to coach as him for as long as you want. Again, we've talked about the feature where if you get bored being Rex Ryan after 3 years, you can always quit, turn around and become a player or something. So if you want to be Rex Ryan for 3 years and then be Tim Tebow for the next 2, you're certainly welcome to.
All right, kind of walk us through this menu here. This is the main menu of the mode. Talk about the Twitter feed and all that kind of stuff.
Yep, so we built in a news system. On the left, you're going to see a news system that's very similar to like an AP or an ESPN news system, breaking news on trades, game results, things that are happening in the league. Then on the right-hand side, we've actually got our Twitter feed. Whoops, let me go back to that real quick. Sorry. Got our Twitter feed, and what that does is that dynamically reacts in a personal way to anything that happens to you or your league. So we've got Skip Bayless, we've got Rich Eisen, we've got Trey Wingo. They're all going to be talking about what's going on, and they're trying to do it in a much more personal way than saying something like, hey, Peyton Manning was traded, period. So this is your news. You've got filters you can go through here and actually filter down to stories that just apply to you. You can filter to draft stories. You can filter all kinds of different stories. So if I actually click over with the right stick and look at this screen, this actually shows my goals, Again, we're still in development right now, so we've got some debug text on the screen, but this shows your season goals. This actually shows your legacy rank as a head coach. So as you improve and win Super Bowls and that kind of stuff, your ranking's going to go up. Your goal is obviously to be #1 of all time. You're going to start out at number 299 right now. And then there's also, once you earn experience points from goals, there's the ability to go in and purchase upgrades. So if I press A on that, I can go in and look at all the different things I can buy. And coach packages are completely different than the packages that players buy, which is upgrading awareness, throw power, that kind of stuff. For coaches, you're actually going to be buying packages that make your experience off the field better. There's no packages here that actually boost your experience on the field and, you know, allow you to sort of cheese and make your running back 10 or 15 points higher in overall. This is all about making free agency a little bit easier, having your players earn a little bit more XP, having a slightly less chance that your halfback retires when he gets older. That kind of stuff. So the big thing there is that this is per position. There's tons of these things to buy, and it actually just makes your experience off the field a little easier as a coach. So all the stuff that really matters to your league and to your team.
Do these goals change if you create your own head coach, or is it the same thing as if you know what kind of differences do you see if you use a legend versus a actual current head coach like Rex Ryan, or create your own?
So the big thing that's going to change mainly is the level that you are. So we talked yesterday about there being 4 levels. If you start as a level 4 head coach, like a Tom Coughlin type guy, your expectations are going to be really high, especially if you're coaching a good team. You're going to be expected to go deep in the playoffs, and if you don't, there's a chance you can get fired.
One thing that a lot of people want to know about is, when you're upgrading these things and you're hitting those marks, can people actually spend their own money to buy these XP upgrades?
Definitely not. I want to be clear. I know we've talked a little bit about buying packages and using XP and that kind of stuff. In Connected Careers, our goal from the start was to make sure this was all about grinding and putting the work in and making sure that your performance on the field and the decisions you make off the field as a coach or a player really impact how good you get. So there's no way right now to put in your dad's credit card number, to upgrade your coach, you know, cheese it in your online league and make the guy way better. You know, the goal here is to make sure that this is a deep, hardcore mode that you have to put the time in to make your coach or player better.
All right, y'all, so that's it. I know this video had to answer a lot of questions, but if you still have some that are unanswered, leave them in the comment section. I'm doing my best, y'all, trying to get all those answered for you. And let me know in the comment section, are you watching E3, or are you keeping up with E3 at all? And if so, what other games are you liking so far? Because I'm seeing a lot, and I might even have to share some with you guys in the next video. E3 looks awesome, but let me know in the comments, what do you like? But till next time, God first, God bless.